but y'all aren't telling me what it is, and that makes me awfully suspicious. So
he's onto us, Ian.
the only thing I have to do is I have to
You're
run,
live, by the way.
my scheduled game. Okay, awesome. Hello, live audience. This is the part that usually gets edited out in the beginning of the thing because we until we actually start gaming. But for all of you who are watching, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also to go to patreon.com/UncleMatt and contribute what Blackadder termed great flipping wads of cash. So that's the that part of the intro. Now we're going to do a couple of things that are specific to each of the characters as we run through. And so, Ian, have you got your camera working? Because all I'm seeing is your serial killer face.
Oh, I should turn the camera on, huh?
That's his regular face. What are you talking about?
That it literally is. Right?
Yeah. Oh my God, he can reproduce it at will.
Well, it is my face. I mean,
You just got that kind of serial killer face.
Yep. All right, so Alla, let's start with you. So you're after the destruction of the opium den, y'all are all kind of tired. So you're hanging out various places, and so Just Steve is sitting on his favorite rooftop, and there's this other elf who's on the next rooftop, and he sort of looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, dude, is that just Steve?"
Whoa, you've heard of me, dude?
Ah, don't you even recognize me? It's me, Just Muskrat.
You know, after the opium den, everything's a little bit hazy for me.
Oh, I heard about.
Like, dude, we should totally catch up.
I heard about the opium den thing. There was like this enormous cloud of opium that covered like a quarter of the city. That's why I came.
It was awesome, right?
So yeah, we should catch up. But I mean, there's a problem, back at High Surf Beach, with the Song of Fafnir. You know, the giant wind chime of ancient dwarven make that was given to the elves by the legendary dwarven king Thorofane in gratitude for the service of the elves of High Surf in the War of Smiting back in the days before the Cataclysm. It's totally busted.
Oh, dude, that's awful.
I know. It needs a new dwarven flying windjammer crank, apparently.
Oh, well, do you know where to get one?
No idea. Probably got to find a dwarf. There are some, probably in this city. I think I might have...
Yeah, I hang out with a few of them, like on a regular.
Oh, that's convenient. You should introduce us sometime. Maybe I could even bring back a dwarven flying windjammer crank.
Well, I think at least one of them probably knows how to make something like that, but I mean, they're all kind of weird, but you'll meet them in a bit. Yeah, you want to meet up like maybe tomorrow night? I'll bring the dwarves or whatever.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make it tomorrow night. I might have something to do.
Oh.
Of course, you're the only person.
Elven time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're the only person I know here, so probably I won't have anything to do, but sometimes I just have something to do out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, I totally know how that goes. Sometimes you just are planning to go to an opium den and then, like, explosions happen.
Yeah, it's never really happened to me, but, there was that time when I was attacked by all the ferrets for no good reason, so. You remember that, right? Oh,
I'm so glad you still have all your toes.
Yeah, I know, man. It got kind of hairy for a while there, but good thing that tree was there.
I feel like there's probably references that I'm just not catching here, but yeah.
Oh no! What did you forgot? You forgot the ferrets and the tree and that burrow that we went into where
that was like 100 years ago. Do you know how many substances I've consumed since then?
Okay, well,
yeah.
I guess that's fair enough. I'll see you tomorrow at dinner, right? Where are we going to have dinner?
Oh, man, I was going to suggest the opium den, but that's gone. Oh, dang. Well, there's this fish fry I hear is opening up. Apparently, there was like a big thing going on, and a lot of fish people got killed. But there's this new restaurant that serves fried fish. It's down sort of by the Grim Quarter, but like not quite at the Grim Quarter.
Like in the Plaza of St. Muriel, somewhere around there?
Yeah, I think so. Like they couldn't afford the nice rent.
Okay, so I'll look for you there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be with some dwarves.
All right, cool.
They'll be
I'll
hard
see
to
you then.
miss. Yeah.
All right, and so he wanders off over to another roof, and you're left there thinking. And at that point, we move over to Dane, who is opening a letter from your Aunt Dane, whom you're named after. And
lovely lady.
Yeah.
Beautiful braided beard.
Yep. So anyway, so she tells you the very exciting news that there's going to be the annual judging of the beards in the Dwarven Citadel of Strol Kai, where you come from. And the news, I mean, that's annual, so that part's not really news. But the thing is that your hero, the fighter detective Johak von Johak, is actually going to be competing. And he's been out for like 5 years due to injuries. And so he's making his comeback in the judging of the beards. And so that's, something that's pretty exciting from your standpoint.
I have his rookie year beard card.
Yep.
In my collection. It's one of my favorites.
So, so you're really excited by the letter.
This is great news. Albrecht, where's Albrecht?
Albrecht has been stomping around really pissed off because there's a page missing from some architecture book that he checked out from the Architects Guild library. So he's kind of been in and out and swearing and stuff like that. And apparently trying to make plans to reconstruct the page from various collective memories of lots of people. And it's not working out so well because people keep avoiding him at the Architects Guild. So anyway, so he's been working on that. And then Ian, you've been taking a little nap, being tired, and you get a sort of a vision from St. Muriel, who, as we know, is not happy with you. So you guys are talking a little bit about the whole atonement idea, about you going and doing something good, to make up for the fact that so far your casualty to rescued slave ratio is about 1-to-1. So
that seems pretty good to me, but.
And that's what she wants to talk to you about, the fact that it seems pretty good to you. So she says that, you can get your spells back. Right now you only have the one Cure Wounds spell. But you're going to have to go on sort of a pilgrimage type of thing in order to atone. And the first leg of the journey is to go to the town of Jargo. This is all heading toward the mountains. And the town of Jargo is sort of a fair number of dwarves, still mostly humans, as it's going, up toward the mountains. It's a trapping town, and then they have some mining where that the dwarves do, and then there's a river port there, small port, because it doesn't run down to Jordoba. And once you're in Django, you need to go to the old dwarven tomb nearby, to the altar there, make a sacrifice in Muriel's name, which will gain favor for her with the dwarven gods. And then you take the return offering that you receive. Okay. And the return offering you need to take to Strol Kai, where you're going to admit your crimes, the ones that led to the donkey chase.
What were those again?
What were what? The crimes? I don't know. You'll have to tell me, when we get there.
I don't think we had crimes.
Well, I can assure you that one of them was going recklessly on a donkey.
Yeah, but part of it was reckless donkey.
And
yeah,
I was a little loose with my ass. I get it.
Yeah, donkey husbandry. However you want to put it. But so you.
I performed a marriage for a donkey and a dwarf.
So anyway,
That's going in a book, man. I'm sorry. The donkey husbandry has got to be a feat or some kind of profession that we have to. And
Yeah,
Ian,
some sort of
I'll get Terry to
donkey-based
draw
skill
Ian's
checks.
picture next to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so you take your return the return offering you get at the dwarven altar tomb. You admit your crimes, and then you offer that sign from the dwarven gods in restitution. So you're going to be off the hook, presumably.
So if
then
I
you
admit my crimes,
right, and then you kill the dragon, and then it's all good.
kill a dragon.
The dragon.
Which dragon?
Hmm?
Gullvorm.
Wasn't he the one that was captured by like a bunch of halflings on his travels? Gullvorm's travels.
He's a ha ha ha. Sorry, I stepped on your joke. That was a good Gullvorm is apparently missing one of its front claw hands after losing battle with some other dragon, and so it's moved into the area relatively near Strol Kai. So Muriel is sort of making outreach to the dwarven gods here for whatever reason.
So as soon as I make the offering at the old dwarven tomb, you'll restore my spells?
Yeah, you get the spells back, and then you've got the other stuff to do.
Did you have something in mind as an offering? I have a beautiful dented tin drinking cup.
That can be it. It can be anything. You just need to, make the offering.
All right.
I'm looking for y'all's minis.
I will go to Dane and say, Dane, upon much meditation and consternation and procrastination, I've decided that we should go back to Strolkai and deal with this donkey husbandry issue. That wedding was uncalled for, and I regret my actions.
But it's good, and I told you when I got here that I always get my dwarf, and don't worry, I'm sure they'll be lenient. And your timing couldn't be better because the beard competition is happening, and let me tell you what, Johann von Johak, or Johak von Johak is back. He's back. Are you excited?
I am.
Yes, me too.
Quite excited. I also had to stop in after and visit a friend of mine, or an acquaintance, I guess.
I'm sure.
I'd like to start this trip off right and first go to the town of Jargo and make an offering in Muriel's name at the dwarven shrine there, the dwarven tomb.
Well, that just sounds just dandy to me. I was thinking I would have to convince you guys that we needed to go back, but
you can't. I can't speak for Albrecht, so
I can. He'll come with us. It's fine.
He'll come with us, but you may not be able to turn him in for this.
We'll tell him there's a pretty brick there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can't. I'm willing to admit my part in this, but you can't throw him under the minecart, so to speak, on this one.
I'm sure he'll
nice, quickly invented dwarfism.
Yes.
Can that go in the book too? Just for like roleplay tips for dwarves.
So it's important to me that you maintain his anonymity while we're there until he decides to do what he needs to do.
I'm not going to argue. You can lead a dwarf to water, but you can't make him confess. Is another.
What? I thought it was you could lead a dwarf to a vein of gold, but you couldn't pick their axe.
I've heard it both ways.
Oh.
Hey dudes, when do you guys think about leaving? I was just hanging outside on your roof because
when's the beard festival?
Yeah.
When is the beard festival? I don't know if I caught that part.
It's in about a week.
How do we have any idea how long it would take to go to Jargo?
To get to Jargo, will probably take about 4 days.
So I think we probably need to leave like tomorrow.
Oh, well, can we leave maybe like the day after? Because there was this
Sure.
fellow that I was hoping I could meet, or he could meet with you guys. Because apparently back in my homeland, there's this ceremonial wind chime, all right? And it's a sacred relic that the dwarves gave to the elves, and the wind chime is broken. There's a winch that's broken.
Oh, it
right?
probably needs the crank bit, right?
Oh, you know, that's not really my area of expertise. It just makes noises.
That part always goes. It's pretty much made to fail.
Oh. Well, do you guys know where we can get
it goes
another
after
one?
600 years almost.
Yep.
No matter what.
Planet obsolescence.
Oh, do you think we can get one back in the Dwarven lands?
Well, yeah, that's the whole
The
point.
mountains?
We could.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just send a note to Just Muskrat and let him know.
Wait, seriously, that's your friend's name?
Well, it's Jim Muskratian, but he goes by Just Muskrat.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So if it takes 4 days to get to the town that the altar place is at, is Strol much farther than that? Because we only have a week before the beard competition, and you guys can deal it out all you want, but I don't want to miss that.
Yeah, no, it's another 2 days after that. You're pretty sure that you can make it, so.
We got a day to spare.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
we're also flush with cash. We might be able to get some mounts for ease of transportation.
Yeah, you can rent a camel.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with using donkeys or anything like that at this point.
Showing up with a donkey would be a bad idea at this
that would be a
point
bit,
in time.
Maybe a camel with a cart or something.
Yeah, you can rent a camel.
Well, that's fine. Just let's not dawdle, because I got places to be, my friends.
Well, there's not many elves in town. I'll like send Just Muskrat a note to let him know we're gonna head to the Dwarven lands and we're gonna find this winch.
Okay. So you send a note to Just Muskrat, and you're able to rent a camel, and so there's a camel trade-off place where you can return the camel at Strol, or you can just bring it back. Either way, so that will cost you 40 gold pieces with a 10 gold piece deposit. And then any other supplies that you want to bring, you need to get them written on your character sheet. You can't bring number 1, the centipede, because they're really bad at overland travel. So it's pretty much camel all the way.
Do we need to give you a list of things that we're buying, or can I just go pick stuff from the
No, you can
sheet?
You can just pick stuff up and write it on the sheet, but
Okay.
it's
Um,
when you need it, it's got to be on the sheet. So
we each got 146 gold pieces from that last one.
Oh, nice.
now, what level are y'all?
2.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We were like halfway to 3.
Was it 142?
6.
46.
And that does not count that plate armor, which I will take that since it's tomorrow's a new day or whatever. I will do detect magic as a ritual on the stuff that we have.
Well,
I'm not sure what that even
I know
means.
for a fact that
so
anything
it's
made out of metal like that is really expensive here in Jordoba.
Well, it was the plate mail we found on that on the Tenku.
Yeah. So plate mail is expensive here in Jordoba, as they found out the hard way.
Yeah, I think Steve might be making a different point about that.
As in, you can sell it for tons more money.
No, I get that point. I'm picking up what you're putting down. And we have a chonky ring.
That's right.
Chunky ring. That's right. Yeah.
But I was
It's
thinking that
bracelet.
as that ring was recovered in freeing slaves, it might be a nice offering to the dwarven tomb in Muriel's name.
Well, maybe figure out if it does anything special first. I don't. Well, I guess I don't know how good an iron offering you're looking to do.
I would say the minimum required. That would be an inappropriate thing to say. So
Fair.
It would be it would be something you wouldn't want to say out loud, I think.
it's something none of us would want to say.
Ball bearings sound pretty cool.
Ball bearings.
You never know. I mean, Albrecht probably has some, but you never know when we could need some.
That's how you can it's all the miscellaneous junk that can make a difference.
It really is.
You're like, what would Scooby-Doo do? Like, roll. Throw down some ball bearings. Yeah, right. Wrong key cart.
Yeah, that was your last Scooby-Doo based
Maybe I should
decision.
get some, just to be like the other elves, I can get some mastiffs. Just to have some.
Okay.
So can we do detect magic on that plate mail and that chunky ring? Is that possible?
Yes, the plate mail is not magic. The chunky ring is.
Is there a way to identify what the chunky ring does? Is there any script on it, or?
Hang on, I'm just adding a mastiff to the group here.
No, you don't. That was a joke.
No.
Oh, okay.
Add a mastiff. No, do it.
Add a
Do it.
mastiff?
You guys want a
Yeah.
mastiff? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm putting it on my character sheet.
Let's name
All right.
him Donkey.
All right, Donkey the Mastiff. And so Donkey the Mastiff is pretty well trained, but not familiar yet with Steve. So there may be some miscommunications with the Mastiff, but
I've got animal handling.
there you go. So does Ian.
Oh boy.
His has
So
been.
It's a wisdom-based skill, so.
Oh, okay. You're all there.
Well, I may have the wisdom. I don't know how to apply it.
Yep. All right. So
It's there. It doesn't mean it's all there.
It doesn't mean it's an action. It's being used just because you have
Man.
it.
did I miss a question from somebody? Because I'm thinking that I had something I was about to do, and now I've lost it.
You were gonna tell us about a magic ring.
Oh, magic ring. That's right. We're just gonna pick something at random.
We'll check out the tin cup too, just in case.
Yeah, no, the tin cup is not magical. So it's not magical.
It's to us.
It could be.
Okay.
Are there any limitations to anything we can buy, like for just poison if we wanted it,
Dr. Omnibus has some poison.
or just in case?
Did we want to get him to make some more bombs too? Because those are pretty fucking effective.
I was kind of thinking about it too.
I don't feel comfortable traveling long distances with those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other thing, Ian. I forgot to read some of it. Yeah. So you've got the one spell, but you've also got a temporary aversion to things that blow up or make loud noises.
Like Albrecht.
Yeah, even Albrecht might cause some problems. So there's that. Well, we'll just
Oil doesn't blow up though,
All
per
of-
se.
no, oil does not blow up.
Yeah.
Oil
Okay.
oil is not a problem. Find the rings here. All right, rings.
Okay, D&D Beyond.
I did learn though that
currency well at all.
Let's
That
just count
donkey
rings.
manure and saltpeter and a couple other interesting ingredients do blow up. Remember, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
11,
Ants, I think, was part of it.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. There are 22 rings.
To rule them all.
There's one ring to rule them all.
And one
ring.
one chonky ring to bind them. Shouldn't you be looking at bracelets or necklaces since it was an ogre ring? Chokers. Crown.
All right, let's see if we can get something that will generate. All right, so 50% chance that I'm going to add 2 to the roll. I'm going to add 2 to the roll. I'm going to roll a d20. 22.
Oh boy.
So that's ring number 22, I believe. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. What you have known for a while, Ian, is that this is a ring of X-ray vision.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So here's what it can do. You can use an action to speak the command word. And when you do that, you can see into and through solid matter for 1 minute. And you've got a radius of 30 feet on that. And solid objects in that radius appear transparent. They don't prevent light from passing through them. Now, it can see... Okay, but there's a penetration limitation on it. It can only penetrate 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. Again, thicker substances will block it. When you use the ring a second time before taking a long rest, you have to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or gain a level of exhaustion. All right. Now, in actuality, it's going to have better penetration than that through stone and wood, but that's only because I leave. Basically, it'll allow you to see through a wall, but just one wall. So even if it's a thicker wall, it'll manage it. So that's what you've got. And the command word is inscribed on the inside of the ring. And it's going to be Visicadabra. All right.
That's pretty good.
It does require attunement.
Who do we want to be attuned with that sucker? Albrecht?
Well, I don't know. I feel like he just sort of sees through shit anyway and just goes for it.
It'll give him insight in places to hide, that's for sure.
Or it might give you all insight into places to find him.
Yeah, it could also be useful.
Maybe not Albrecht, because
he's not here at the moment.
Yeah, all that, but also that I could just see so much more chaos created from that.
I'm happy to hold on to it unless someone else wants to. I'm just saying it could do a lot of good in the whole hard-boiled dwarven detective whole field of employment.
I'm fine with that.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. I can already see right through you, so.
Can you?
Well, I mean, not literally, but with the ring, I probably could.
And can we sell that plate mail?
Yes. You'll get half normal value for it. And that's going to be on the equipment list. I do not like the way that the 5th edition books are organized into these chapters like this.
It's 1,500 GP and 5e GP money.
Okay.
So we'll do the 5e currency trade.
Actually, you know what? Let's just go with 400 because since currency doesn't affect experience points in 5th edition, that way we'll just keep the currency basically standard across both. So you get you'll get 400 for it.
I'm okay with that. So it's an extra 100 apiece.
That's handy. No complaints here.
Do you want the unraveled turban, Dane?
Not terribly.
You could use it for bandages if you needed them.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Knowing Dane, he would probably just ravel it back up again. What would even be the point?
All right. I guess we're ready to go then.
Okay, so you're headed toward the town of Django. So you depart from the gates of Jordoba, sort of the edge of civilization. You go through the giant, 30-foot thick, 50 or 60-foot high walls, through the labyrinthine tunnels that get you out of there with your camel. And at the gate on your way out, you're asked to, declare the value of anything that you're taking out of the city of Jordoba, because the city takes a percentage of it. And so you are, they suggest that it looks like you guys are in the 100 gold piece category. So they're going to charge a tax of 5 gold pieces each.
Pay 5 gold pieces.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
You don't have to pay a tax coming in, just going out. All right, so you continue on your way. You're generally heading toward the east, where you're going to run into first hills, and then eventually the mountains. And you're crossing over about 40 miles as the crow flies. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit slower than that because you're going through rougher territory. But there is sort of a trail that goes in between Strol and Jordoba. So you're wending your way along that trail, and after a while, you notice that there have been little singing birds, and little animals frolicking off in the wilderness to the sides of the trail. And after a while, you sort of notice that you're not hearing any birds anymore.
That's all you, Steve.
So
why did the birds go away, just Steve?
Oh, it's probably because we're too far away from civilization. Or
That's a great answer.
Worst elf ever.
Best answer.
We're so far out in the wilderness, not even animals live here.
Look, I don't know what you guys are asking of me, because I really deal more about killing small things than I do about caring about small things.
All right,
I'm an exterminator by trade, man. I don't pretend to be anything I'm not.
So you guys figure that probably the birds have quit singing because you're too far from civilization. And so hopefully, just for the sense of aesthetics and having the birds, as you get closer to the town of Django, probably you'll have more birds showing up. And meanwhile,
just there for birdseed, man.
Suddenly, out of the ground, there come 2 giant, sort of bug-like things. And actually, let me switch over to the top-down camera because we're just looking at a camel's ass here, and that just didn't get you anywhere. Okay, so there's one camera seeing the other. That's no good. How's our view there? Okay, so there we are, and you can see these are the two things that have popped out of the ground near you. Let me see if
I feel very vulnerable right now.
a little closer. How are we doing?
Gabe, that's not cloak. That's my beard.
Or are both of you going to compete? You know
All
what,
right.
guys? You're not the only ones with beards around here. Just Steve strokes his one foot like soul patch. Just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, it's like 40 hairs, that are just go for 5 feet.
It's kind of amazing for an elf, though. So.
Oh, it's totally amazing for an elf, and if just Muskrat had noticed it, he probably would have totally commented on it. But he didn't look like he was noticing much at the time. So,
The opium man, he wasn't used to it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he probably.
See, that feels like a good deed. That was worth the deaths. That all those deaths is like bringing a little joy to a quarter of the city.
Yeah, I mean that's the way that a person like only you could think of it.
It's true.
Okay, so they are out there, but you're going to get an initiative roll.
Ooh.
Yeah. Off to a great start.
All right, so they're going in 16. Anybody beat that?
I got a 17.
I'm on
Okay.
an 18.
That's with my minus.
All right, so the dwarves leap into action when these two things jump out of the ground.
They sense the tremors through
Probably.
their boots.
Even we knew better to believe that bird nonsense you were spouting.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
That's complete bullshit.
And Steve is totally shocked that stuff like this could be found, this far from civilization too. So
You're supposed to be closer to the city.
They're giant bugs, man. I actually don't have any points in nature, so I don't really know. I'm a terrible ranger.
These are the weirdest looking cows I've ever seen.
But the
Definitely.
giant bugs, just Steve knows giant bugs. That's just
Is that
Yeah.
does it say that on your extermination sign?
Professional exterminator.
Just Steve knows giant bugs and rats too.
and Gabe is able to identify them as in being in the category of not donkey.
Yeah, I'm all. If you have a question about donkey-related felonies or misdemeanors, I'm your man. But otherwise,
how do you differentiate a felony from a misdemeanor when it comes to donkeys?
size of the donkey.
All right, so we're going to move on from there,
Oh,
and we're going to
yes.
talk about the fact that you guys are being attacked because you're. I'm not going to say you're breaking the pacing with table talk or anything, like that. But now is not the time that I think you would fall into the donkey discussion.
Well,
You can scream it out. You can scream it out real quickly. The difference between a felony and a misdemeanor having to do with donkeys is the size of the donkey. Because you do have initiative. Are you doing anything else with your initiative?
yeah, I'm also going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay, so boom, you've got armor on. Ian, what does Curzum do?
I will strike the one that is that's between myself and the Mastiff.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
All right, so you turn this way, and
That's
launch-
probably going to do it. I rolled a 3, so I've got a total of 4.
All right, so you turn and you launch a whirlwind dwarven attack, which puzzles the thing, and so it backs up a little bit, which has the effect of you swinging your warhammer 4 or 5 times through the air, but unfortunately never making contact with it. So So you miss on that one. And then now it's in 16, so they get to attack. And let's see now. Okay, so actually, Dane's frightening attack causes the Ankh-egg to retreat back to over here. See if I can catch more the screen, because he just there he is.
Would that provoke from maybe
And
the dog?
It yeah, no, that's gonna allow an attack by both the Mastiff and Curzum. So Curzum, roll again.
Ooh, way better. I've got 19 to hit this time.
That's a hit.
And I do 5 damage.
Okay.
And the Mastiff rolled a 17.
All right, that's also going to be a hit. Hang on, how much damage did you do again, Ian?
5.
Okay. How much did the Mastiff do? Do you need me to look up?
No, I actually have that pulled up.
Okay.
He does 7 points of damage, and he sort of latches on to the thing's many legs, and it needs to make a DC 11 saving throw.
Okay.
Because he does the good old bite and tug.
Okay. What kind of saving throw? Strength?
Strength.
All right. It fails to save. What happens?
It gets knocked prone.
Okay. It goes prone.
I was trying to run away, and then it just, I think the Mastiff like pulls its leg off, and it topples over, and is just like scrambling.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, so now it has taken its move, it's prone, and it spits a line of acid that is 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. And so that's going to catch
There
the
goes
Mastiff.
your camel deposit.
That
No!
$10 deposit on a 10 gold piece deposit on that camel. So yeah, it's going to catch the. Let's see how we do this here, because Dane, I can't quite decide whether you're in 5 feet or not. I'm going to say not. So that's going to go past Dane. So it's only going to catch the Mastiff, Curzum, and the camel.
No.
Donkey, no!
So everybody in that line has to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Donkey makes it! With
Donkey
a 14!
All right. Way to go, Donkey. Check for the Mastiff also, Ala.
Oh, that was the Mastiff. Donkey is the Mastiff.
Oh, right. Donkey is the Mastiff. Okay, so camel.
Let me pull up the camel stats
Camel.
real
No,
quick.
camel didn't make it. Camel rolled.
Oh no.
And then Curzum.
I have. Would you say it was Dex?
Yeah, DC 13 dex save.
So I just got a 13.
Okay. So what that means is everybody's taking 3d6. Only it's halved for the people who made the saving throw.
Oh no, I don't think it's gonna matter for Donkey. He only has 5 hit points.
Is that 6 or a 1? That's a 1. Okay, so 5 and 5 is 10. So Donkey failed his saving throw. How many hit points? I mean, not Donkey. How many hit points does a camel have?
Pull that up real quick.
If it was an actual donkey, I could tell you, but I just don't know.
Okay, camel has 15 hit points, and it only took 10. So camel is down to 5 hit points.
Nice.
And then Donkey made his saving throw, so he only takes 5 hit points.
But they only have 5 hit points. So he is at 0.
Yeah, and that's going to be dead for a dog. So
Oh. I've got a healing spell. Okay. Live a good life.
Yeah, he did. short but happy, and he died warm. Actually, it was acid. So, all right. So that's what that one does. Now the other one decides to bite Dane, seeing as how he's right there, and so his bite is +5 to hit. So that's a 23.
All right, I'll hit.
Right, and so you take 2d6 slashing damage, and that only does 5 points.
Oh, what's going to take 5 points of cold damage from my armor of Agathis?
Okay, hang on 2 seconds before I get to that, and then you take 4 hit points worth of acid damage from his claws, and you are also potentially grappled, so you need to make an escape DC 13 check.
Escape DC 13. Natural 20.
Okay, so you're able to slide out of that, probably partly because the armor of Agathis hurt the thing. And so how much damage does it take from, how much cold damage?
Takes 5 cold damage.
Snake Plissken of Jordoba.
All right. It looks like... Did somebody do 7 points of damage to an Ankeg?
The dog did.
The dog did.
Did 7? Okay. I marked it off.
And then
on that.
I did 5 to the same one.
Yeah, I've got your 5, but I didn't have it on the same one. That's where I screwed up there. Okay, so because this one was unwounded, and then it took how much?
5 cold damage.
Okay, 5 cold damage. All right, that's them, and that was in 16. Ala, you're the third one in. They've all gone.
Yeah. And just Steve is going to... He wants to avenge his fallen dog that he's had for like 3 hours, maybe 5. Is that thing that's right next to Dane within reach of him? Or is it like... It's hard to tell exactly, but he wants to get the one that's prone on the ground.
All right, it's the other one that's prone on the ground. So you could run over there using your movement and then attack. I mean, you can do. I wasn't sure. This is the 5th edition party.
Yeah. If that's not going to provoke, he's going to do that. He's going to run over. He draw his swords while he runs and basically cut into that thing.
Yeah, I think you can. I think that's about how the distances work out. So you're able to run over here.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna, as my bonus action, I'm going to Hunter's Mark it.
Okay.
And then, he's gonna cut into it.
All right.
And I believe since it's prone, he gets advantage.
Yeah, and well, not only that, but it only has armor class 11 while it's prone. This monster for some reason loses armor class. I'm not sure why. But so yeah. So go ahead.
Well, both attacks are going to hit.
Okay.
And it's going to be 8, 3, and a total of 17 points of damage.
Okay.
That Mark and short swords as he avenges his fallen up friend.
Well, he's not entirely avenged because it didn't kill it, but this is the one that was already damaged by both of the other 2 major attacks. Okay, so that's y'all. Let's roll initiative again for the next round.
All right.
Dane is on a 10.
All right.
20.
Okay, Ian.
16.
Okay, you guys all beat the Onkegs, so go ahead and go in order.
Is that one in front of me dead?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's right. In that case, Steve is going to blender it again.
Okay.
It has not had a chance to get up, so...
That's still armor class 11.
Yep. Another 17 points.
All right, that is going to do it for that Ankheg. So it is down and dead.
He's going to transfer the hunter's mark to the other one, and then go ahead and move over to it with the rest of it, with this movement.
Okay, so off you go. You guys are now concentrated on the one that's over here.
Is the dog is dead, like it's in multiple pieces, or is it?
Yeah, no, I mean it was dissolved
Ew.
by the acid. So there's
Alright.
four legs sticking out in 4 different directions and nothing in between. So
There's some bone bits.
yeah.
And
Okay.
just
Then I
slime.
will charge him.
Also, at this point in the round, Camel turns around and runs like hell.
No.
That evokes an attack from the Ankheg. And I think
Camel
it's
should
going
have said it was withdrawing.
to. No.
Oh, that's probably what it's doing, but yeah.
So Camel is armor class 9.
Should have spitted it.
And
Yep.
no, it didn't spit. It bit him. So 2d6 plus 3. Let's see. Ooh, okay, yeah. So it kills Camel
Definitely not getting that deposit back.
on the way out. So there is perished Camel.
Bunch
Lying
of junk
there.
to carry.
Yeah, your stuff is sort of sitting by the side of it. So that was Camel. Okay, and then Ian, what do you do?
I charge that Ankeg and attack it.
Okay.
So let's see here. I have 16. I have a 17 to hit.
And that's a hit.
I do 3 damage.
Okay. Who is next? Alla or Dane?
Dang.
Okay.
Well, our lovely camel and is distracting it. I'm going to run the other direction. I mean, tactically reposition myself in the other direction
Okay.
and kind of hide behind this patch of mushrooms over here.
Okay.
And I mean, take cover behind this patch of mushrooms over here, and shoot an eldritch blast at it.
Okay, so we have you here in the patch of mushrooms over there. We can see your staff sticking up.
Yep.
And so you go ahead and Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I rolled a 12. It's going to be plus my spell attack, which is 3, so it's going to be 15.
All right, that'll be a hit. Roll damage.
For 7 points of damage.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of blast a small chunk of its chitin off the side, and Alla, what do you do?
Well, I've already gone, so I think it's new initiative round.
Did you go at the top of this round?
I did.
Okay. All right. So the Ankheg with its little, it's obviously in a major combat here. It sort of rears up, clacking its mandibles, and it moves. Let me see. Hang on. When's the recharge on this? Hasn't got its recharge yet. Oh, this one hasn't breathed yet. Okay, so it moves to here.
But it didn't withdraw. No.
It did not. It did not withdraw, and obviously can't because it plans on spitting acid. So you guys get an attack.
It does a 17 hit.
Yes, it's armor class 14 normally.
So I hit for 6 damage.
Okay.
Math is hard. 10 damage.
Okay. it survives.
Dang it.
And so it
I'll
it
get
launches
bumped back.
its way around, and it's going to get all three of you guys in that line.
Oh.
And so you need to make a DC 13 Dex save.
Do I have any cover bonuses or anything from being behind the mushrooms?
Not a very little. We'll say that it will reduce whatever damage you have by 2 points from that, but it's really, I mean, mushrooms are not great cover.
That's fair.
From acid.
Yeah, from acid. I mean, they're going to be gone. So, all right.
Do you know if I
19.
get a second attack with my weapon? Or just like the one attack with the primary weapon?
Not on attack of opportunity.
It's just
Yeah,
the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone who does not make the save takes 8 hit points of damage. Anybody who does takes 4 hit points. And so, Dane, whatever you took, subtract 2 from it. But this Ankeg is it's in really, really bad shape. I mean, you have cut, left, massive slashes through its armor. There's green ichor leaking out of it. 2 of its legs are dragging and appear to be broken. So it's in bad shape. And let's see how quickly it goes, because it's time to roll initiative. So. How did we do? Gabe, you were the only person who didn't wince.
I rolled an 18.
An 18. All right. Ala, what was the wince?
11.
And Ian, what was your wince?
A 3.
Oh, he's got you beat.
Yeah, that was wince-worthy.
In my defense, I rolled a 4, but
Okay. All right. Gabe, what do you do?
I'm gonna. I don't know if this thing can do it more than once. I'm gonna first move myself out of the direct line of my 2 allies, and I'm gonna blast another Eldritch Blast.
All right. So you move to the side over here. The mushrooms are gone. Also, most of your equipment is gone because it was also in that line of acid.
Oh.
So you have moved out to the side. Well, fortunately, you're close enough to Jordoba. You could actually just go back and get yourself another camel.
We're not going back. I got places to be.
Hey, is your beard all still there?
Ooh.
Well, what is my? Can I?
I can
pray
heal
my
it.
Beard
Well,
is
I can heal.
blessed
It's
Father.
we've established that it's healable.
That's right.
A dwarven
That's been
cleric, and
established.
that's what you are, can specifically cure somebody, heal back a beard with cure light wounds, with cure wounds. So, yeah, Dane, at the moment, your beard has all crinkled up real close to your face, and it's like sort of over your nose and your ears a little bit, and a couple of wisps are sticking straight up. So
Give me the unraveled turban. I need it.
I believe you're the one carrying the unraveled turban, but at the moment you were busy casting that Eldritch Blast of yours, so roll to hit.
Right.
Finish it.
Please.
I rolled a 5.
5. Okay.
Wait. +3 is 8.
All right. That's your to hit roll, not your damage, right?
Oh,
Okay.
that's- Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're sort of discombobulated as you sort of realize what your beard looks like, and it throws off your spell a little bit, and the spell just sort of goes off in the wrong direction.
It's
And
because the verbal component, his lips are moving too freely, like he's not used to it. He mumbles it up. What the?
Well, usually I do the somatic bit with like kind of tossing the beard back and forth, but it's not, the magic's not happening.
so it suddenly, after Dane goes, it leaps to the side and begins to burrow very, very quickly under the ground.
Oh, that sucks.
And so it's able to burrow. Now, who's wearing the chunky ring?
Oh, that's me.
Anus.
All right. So if you want to, you can probably see where it is and what it's doing, but then you'll have to take a long rest before you can use it again or gain a level of exhaustion. Do you want to use it?
Can I use it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll use
All
it.
I heard there was gain a level.
Yep, I use it. I like levels.
Okay. So The magic word is Visicadabra.
Visicadabra.
All right. So, yeah, you're able to see that it has made it 10 feet down through this burrow. And right at the moment, you could actually, if you wanted to sort of jump into the burrow, you could attack the thing still before it gets away, because it's not burrowing all that fast. It's only going at 10 feet.
Steve, you can jump into that burrow and get it. It's just 10 feet down right there, and I'll kind of point it out.
All right, Steve.
He like grabs his swords. He's like, I'm gonna exterminate it.
All right.
He has
So
like a crazy look in his eyes, and yeah, he does that. He just goes right into the burrow,
Okay.
like the dutiful exterminator that he is.
All right. You're able to get down there, and it's real close quarters, but you can stab the Ankh-Egg.
Ooh.
And you've got the hunter's mark and everything, right?
Yeah. And yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be painful for it. Whew. Yeah. It is 19 damage.
Okay, so you guys, so just Steve leaps down into the
Swords
burrow.
first.
Swords first, and after a few minutes, you see sort of this mandibled chitin thing come out of the tunnel and then flop down next to the tunnel, and then just Steve climbs up out of the tunnel after the Ankh-Egg, and he's covered in goo and goop. But you're definitely getting the whole, real men walk away from explosions kind of vibe from this thing. So,
And then he wrings the goop out of his extended soul patch.
but yeah, okay. So just Steve emerges victorious out of the underground slaying of the fleeing Ankh-Egg. So right at that point, each one of those Ankh-Eggs is worth 450 experience points on the 5th edition scale. And so I think what we're going to say is that's probably about 300 on the on that 1st edition scale that you guys are on. But these are tougher than regular Ankh-Eggs. So let's say
I'm not that good in the 5e Ankh-Egg.
you what?
I don't like them.
That's pretty awesome. Rough.
Yeah, they're rough. They're acidy.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys, okay, you guys are halfway to 3rd level.
Yeah.
As we may change this around. It's just a little.
I'm like a quarter of the way to Django.
Yeah. Oh no, that's how it works. Yeah. Okay. So on that 5th edition, on that 1st edition fighter table, you still get the full 450 for each. So you've got 900 to split up. You're just using that other scale. That's the way it worked. So go ahead and add that. And also, since it is 7:20, let's take a quick break. What are our time constraints everyone's working under, if any?
I got work tomorrow.
Okay.
I got to go to con tomorrow.
You're leaving tomorrow, Zach?
Oh, yeah. Of course. How do I set it up for you and all the people at Frog God without being there a day early?
Yeah, but like I'm there a day early by showing up on Wednesday.
The day you arrive and Bill arrives is the day it starts, dude. Sorry.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's got to set up to sell my module for me.
That's right. So anyway,
Okay, well that's fair.
I'm fine until you guys are done. My point of interrupting you was to tell you that I finished the task I had to do before. So
Okay. All right. Well, we made it through without any catastrophic technical difficulties.
Well, that was fine. I was actually here to watch the camel get abused and the donkey die, or the dog, and it was all pretty awful. I actually feel bad.
Donkey.
Was the task like taking a picture of a nice dinner you went to so you could send it to Chuck?
No, I'm saving that for after I have my nice dinner.
Plus, it's Alex Kammer that he sends the stuff to.
I send the ones to Chuck of Frog God dinners because I tell Chuck his 5% of the steak is my favorite.
Ooh.
It's a meat thing.
Damn.
That's so harsh. I love it.
All right, guys.
All right.
So let's take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at about 7:30. All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Should turn on the light.
Now I got to do some math as to how much experience we actually had.
I could tell you. Hold on. Let me turn on the light so I can actually like see anything besides my computer.
So I think I had us at 29, 25-ish.
That's not. I don't think that's right. Hold on. I'm just grabbing a first edition player's handbook.
Well, because the fighter to get to third level is 3,500, and at some point we were halfway there
We
from second.
for first edition. Are you using Swords and Wizardry or first edition?
I'm using revised AD&D first edition. It could
And
be 4,000 experience.
I thought third was 8.
8,000?
Yeah.
Oh man. Somebody's watching the stream right now while we're doing this. Like, let us know which experience table we should be using. Also, I also want a copy of your module, Ian.
You can get one.
I'll get one.
We still have a couple of Rocky's tavern setting, which is really nice too. It's like a complete tavern with NPCs, and
Nice.
like it's pretty good.
I
All
don't
right,
like to compliment Ian, but actually it was really good.
thank you. I'm gonna prize that
Yeah.
until you
Bill-
say
So if
something
you guys
horrible
have-
about me.
Bill posted that
There's
Lost Lands
any,
map on
like-
the Facebook. It's killing me. I'm getting tons of people asking me to make sure I save them one.
So third is 4,000. 8,000
Okay.
is
4,000. All right. let me
so
redo
we
my
were at
math real
so we're
quick.
at so we should be at 3,300.
Yes.
Which is the level at when your donkey husbandry goes up and you can heal donkeys. Is that right?
It's no. It's so it's a cleric domain.
You're not a druid?
And nope, definitely not a druid.
Sorry.
Oh.
Dude, I
So
think
if you
it's
guys know of any good like heist adventures, besides the one that 5e is putting out, I think it's September.
Heist adventures like
Yeah.
oh
Like a good,
there's-
like a good heist. I want to run one for my 5e group, but I haven't found a particularly good one yet.
I don't know of a good 5e one that's a heist one. And
Well,
why,
I
could-
we
I could
probably
adapt
sell
it to
one that I don't
5e.
know of, and I'll be in trouble, but I don't know of one offhand.
if you're just so you want it to be like planning a theft, like
Yeah, I wanted like a good like old-fashioned break into somewhere, bust out with something.
You can do that live at the con.
Well,
Ian's got this fancy room.
you break in, I'll just let you in.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
Don't you have a fancy room too? You've got like 45 rooms.
No, I don't have a fancy room, too. We have 12 rooms for Frog God, but not a fancy room for me.
That's a whole floor.
Almost. I'm kind of hoping they split the floors up because I don't think my wife wants to be in the Frog God floor.
So tell them
it's reasonable.
you want the 14th floor.
I do, actually.
I'm trying to look. There's one I'm trying to think of that was. There's not a lot for 5e that I can think of that would.
Yeah, I mean, I can convert it. I just don't want.
Because
Like,
the heists are usually like.
yeah, most people.
English.
Yeah, I might just. I don't want to do it all from scratch, basically, because I'm lazy and I only have so much free time. And Gabe, don't listen to this because Yeah, that's right. Take it off. Because Gabe would be playing in it.
So God of War was it's not that heisty, but from the Quest of Doom 4 was.
So this would be more probably the doing more work than you're wanting to do route. I think the system I'm thinking of is called Blades in the Dark. Has a mechanic which is supposed to be pretty good for like heist type things, where basically the game runs as like the heist is happening, and then as the players sort of determine that they needed something or they should have planned in advance, then you do the part where they're setting up for that part of the heist. So it kind of jumps around in time, where you do like
It's tough.
Yeah, it'd be tricky, and I mean I don't know how many sessions you're planning on running over, but because that's kind of how like the Ocean's 11 type movies go, where they're just kind of doing the heist and there's all the stuff that you don't know, but then as they're doing it, like you sort of learn the stuff that they thought of ahead of time. It helps when your players aren't actual criminals that are good at that kind of stuff.
So this was
take a look at
this
that.
was Rockies.
Oh, nice.
Last one. That's like some of the maps and stuff.
Ooh. There's some nice looking maps.
And then it's like the full, it's got like food menus and like.
Pick up so much swag.
Oh, do I need to take my headphones off again, or am I good?
It had some cool magic items too that were like mundane-ish magic
stuff.
items. So they're like a broom that sweeps for you, like Fantasia style, or like just like some like magic items that don't have like plus to hit kind of stuff, which is always fun. But yeah, I'm not. I think there's like older stuff that's good for heist stuff, but you're making me think.
Check the DM's Guild too, see if anyone's like homebrewed some stuff.
I've taken a look at the 5e stuff, and there's really not much there. But I'm because I'm trying to think of something that's a system.
Someone just put out like a Prison Break one.
Ooh.
That was I'm blanking on the.
That might be.
I know all the old TSR Indiana Jones adventures. If you want to convert them, or each one's a heist one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. But there's some like really old stuff, like Canton Crew is good. So now I'm just thinking all sorts of good stuff.
Somebody ask for book recommendations or something?
Just looking for an
adventure recommendation that's like heisty.
Yeah, the old Thieves Guild stuff was really good, but that's probably collector's item at this point.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the Canton Crew is a good one, but that's not worth the money to be.
No, it's really not. That was the weakest, I think, of those books.
Canton Crew, yeah, I don't disagree, but it had like some maps and like adventure seed ideas in it that were worthwhile.
Wait a second. Are we talking 5th edition or are we talking Swords and Wizardry?
Any edition.
We're talking anything she's looking for. It's like this one has a bunch of seeds in it that.
Ooh.
Canton Crew.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's Troll Lord Games. But I don't think it's still in print because I think when they lost the Gary Gygax license.
Yeah, it's not. And it's like I said, it's not worth the money for what you're looking for.
Here's one idea. There's I wrote one called Rogues in Rembalo that is like $250, I think, for the PDF from Frog God. And that one is sort of a sneak attack, but it is related to Thieves Guilds. So that might be one to take a look at. I can probably... Zach, are you there?
It is a limited collector's edition printing of the Rogues of Rembalo.
Yeah, so I was about to say that Zach.
I have a couple of them if you want one. I'll bring you one.
Yeah, no, Zach can probably get you that PDF. A code to download it for free. So,
Well, I can. If you guys have it on the Frog God side, I can probably pick it up.
well,
Just looking for good ideas to like borrow.
I really liked for Rogues of Rambalo. I liked the city too. Like it was like there's like these little city and courtyard maps that were kind of nice. That like it wasn't overwhelming. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like Bard's Gate where you're like, sweet Lord, there's so much stuff here. It's just like it was functional and you could plan a chase through it. But that's what it was meant for.
All right, so we'll check for Zach periodically and see if he's gotten back.
I got distracted. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You guys go on.
I like Rogues of Rambalo, like the warring thieves guilds, and
you don't go too much into spoilers. Well, yeah, that's unless her group is watching, it's probably.
I'm going to take my headphones off. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So don't get spoiled. I'm going to go get a kitten.
That one now with there's like so much. Heist ones are tough though because those are tough to encapsulate in the module.
Yeah.
Because like so much goes wrong.
When do you need it, Alla?
No timeline. I was just looking for something for my 5e group to do when after we're done with our Curse of Strahd campaign. I feel I need something lighthearted and fun to run for them.
Cameron's Missing Pin was a lot of fun too for Quest of Doom 4.
I have not read that one yet.
It's as a mystery, like it's one of the better mysteries as a module that I've actually seen. Is that the sacrifice we're leaving at the at Muriel's shrine? Did you just get the kitty?
No. You can leave the dead bodies of the animals we've already killed. We're not killing this one.
Look, some
we just got a puppy on Thursday. So much fun.
Oh, that's awesome. I hate living through puppyhood. But
she's 4 months, so she's pretty chill.
Well, the thing is that we get really big dogs, so
she's not huge, but
no, a baby Leon Burger is the size of like a Scots Terrier or something like that. I mean, like itty bitty puppy is that big. So
we were trying to get something that was smaller than the 3-year-old. So
good idea. Good idea.
So that she didn't lose status in the family.
Right.
We'll bring a kitten to Texas for you if you want.
Okay.
Are you looking for a whole campaign that runs along those lines?
Really just more of an adventure that I can run over the course of several sessions.
Okay.
But I figured I would pick y'all's brains for ideas.
Yeah, Rogues in Rambalo, and also I think that's like 1st or 2nd level.
It's 1st level.
1st level, and I think that we did a 5th edition version of it.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google.
Zach, are you back? Not back yet. Either that or he's not able to. I know he's able to come into our audio because he did it once. So
yeah, he might be okay for now.
Yeah, probably so. Okay, so Jargo, you guys continue on the upward path through the hills. Now, however, the equipment that was on the camel, what all was that?
I'm going to go ahead and say that was some of the heavier stuff that I was trying to carry.
It was probably Steve's alchemy kit.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. Which is sad because he was looking to get some of their acid sacks if they were salvageable.
It worked out the other way around.
Not for the tripping kind, but for the industrial purposes kind.
Yeah.
Well, that would be an awesome name for a new opium den, the acid sack. I didn't really have having experienced pack animal mishaps. I'm just carrying my stuff.
All right. So, bed rolls.
I have a bedroll, a blanket.
My tent was definitely on the thing. I'm getting rid of that.
Okay.
You own a tent?
Well, I don't know. They were cheap, and we had a camel.
Okay, fancy pants.
Yeah,
Look, I'm a city dwarf. I don't know about you.
I don't think you were probably carrying your bedroll though, Ian.
I'm okay with not carrying a bedroll.
Okay, so you've got half a blanket and you've got half a tent, because the camel did make its saving throw, so it was half damage.
Yeah, but as a dwarf, half a blanket is enough.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so you're in good shape on that. I'll adjust Steve. Still has a couple of reagents, 2 beakers, and 1 or 2 stirring sticks that are left over, and the rest of it got slagged. But glassware was pretty good against acid, so you've got most of your alchemist's kit still intact.
Maybe I can salvage some of their acid after all.
Do they have layers or what? Like, is it worth checking out their burrow for?
I believe so.
Make an attempt at a nature check.
They're not really treasure gatherers, but you might find the remains of something down there.
I'll go check that out.
Okay. All right, so what it's left behind is sort of this narrow, partially collapsed tunnel behind itself. And you start going in, and you discover that it does connect up to sort of a burrow that the 2 of the Ankh-eggs were living in, from which they made this attack. And so you find the first thing that you come across is sort of
some Ankh eggs.
Well, no, the first thing you come across is sort of leaves of very thin chitin that have molted from these things, and so you're sort of cracking and crunching through this stuff as you are pushing through the loose dirt underground and going deeper and deeper into the loose dirt. Are the other 2 of you following Kurzim?
Well,
I mentioned to start with, I'm just kind of hanging out at top and keeping an eye out for any more than things.
Okay. So you're up at the top.
Go in.
All right, so Steve is going to go in and back up Kurzim in case there is something in there that is nasty. And down here, you have the potential to find some treasure. And so once again, we are just going to roll it normally. And it's still a good old traditional percentile roll. All right, so the first thing that you find is some gems that are in a bag attached to a belt that looks like it was mostly dissolved by acid. And so you've got this belt pouch, and that's number 1. Then the second thing is there are 2 small paintings. One of them is a picture of a male dwarf dressed up in his best clothes with a ruff around his neck. And the other one is probably a picture of his wife, because it's a female dwarf there, also sort of similarly dressed. Your guess is that those 2 things are worth 25 gold pieces each? My God, they give away magic like water here. Okay.
It's probably like silly magic, like stuff that doesn't really do anything of particular value.
Yeah, okay,
But
let's
it's
see.
kind of hilarious.
We're going to roll 3 times. Magic item table A. So our first roll.
I mean, we don't know they're magic items.
Well, some of them you do. I mean, there's the first thing you find is a spell scroll, and so it's obviously scribed with magic writing all around the outside. It's a tube made of bone. You find there's a small bottle in there that you recognize as being a potion of healing. It sort of looks like skim milk. And then the third thing you find in there is another one of those bone tubes. This one looks like it's been partially dissolved, and so there's actually the scroll is sticking out, and it looks kind of undamaged. And then we've also got 4 times.
I think it ambushed like a party of wizards, man.
That's what it's looking like. All right. You find yet another spell scroll. All right. Right at the moment, are any of you spellcasters? Yeah, I guess Dane is able to cast spells.
I am if it's clerical magic.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So before we get all of these things done, you've got 2 first-level scrolls and 1 second-level scroll. You've also got another potion, which you don't know what it is. Steve's got a small chance to be able to identify that using the remains of his alchemist's kit.
I might give that a whirl. If that's rolling with disadvantage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's actually 2 identical looking potions there. So that's 3. And now one more thing.
Mystery potions.
It's a potion of potion identification.
Oh, how convenient.
All right. So that's it. You've got your. So you've been able to identify everything except for the pouch. Do you open the pouch?
Yes.
Okay. The pouch includes 2. Where is this? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. 2 gems that you're able to identify as being worth. 3 gems. Each of them you're able to identify as being. 2 of them you can identify as being 50 gold piece gems. The third one is more valuable than the others. It is a blue sapphire. And you don't have an estimate on what that one's worth.
Is this chitin worth anything?
You don't think so?
All right.
And it's almost like
Leaves.
like, well, yeah, it's actually, I was thinking wax paper,
Okay.
but a little more brittle.
All right.
Rice crackers. It's like rice crackers, only big.
Oof. They taste.
Wrong adventuring party there.
Well, I probably don't want to try and identify those mystery potions out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, agreed.
So let's just take what we can, salvage what we can of our stuff, and let's keep on going, little dudes. It'll be a little bit slower going without the camel and donkey, but we can still make it for the beard festival.
Actually, it won't be any slower going because they were just carrying stuff.
Yeah, you weren't riding anything, so you didn't make it the same speed. Might be a little slower, with Dane carrying his half tent.
I will when we get out. I'll say, Dan, I've been thinking about it. I'll carry your half tent for you.
No, I just left the half tent there.
All right, that's what I was gonna do too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you so after the quick detour to pick up the Ankheg's treasure in there, you continue wending your way upward in the hills. It's getting colder and colder as you go up, not to a very uncomfortable level because the area by the coastline is pretty warm. And finally, you begin passing by farms, and they're fortified farms. They've got walls, usually with a couple of barns facing inward, and then a large house, and you get about 5 to 10 people live in each of these farms, but you're actually going past some cropland here. And then after a while, you head over a rise, and you see where a small river runs through a kind of a valley, and there is a walled town there, which could only be the town of Jargo. So you head down, and you get to the town gates, which at the moment are standing open for people to go in and out. What do you do?
We go in.
Okay, so you go up to the gates. There's a guard there, and he says, "Welcome to Django. It's the nicest valley short of Jordoba."
Thanks for the welcome. Can you recommend a place to grab a bite to eat?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You want to go to the Blue Kitten.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, so if you head in into toward the Blue Kitten Inn, you get there, and again, there's very similar to the farms. I mean, there's a gate that you go through. There's a small stable in there, and the rooms are sort of in the other courtyard buildings. You would go up to them, and the common room is one of those walls of the courtyard. It's got a large double door. You can see people who are in there sitting around tables eating and drinking.
Just Steve, do you want to get the camel stick? Oh, never mind.
Dude.
Oh, too soon.
Why would you even? I mean, we haven't even buried them.
I forgot.
Let's just go to the kitten and drown our sorrows.
All right, so you guys go into the kitten. You head over.
Is there a kitten climbing all over Gabe right now?
Yeah, maybe.
And you turn and go into the common room, and you're able to order drinks, and you can get a room if you want to. Night is beginning to approach.
Get a room.
Okay.
We'll share a room.
All three of you in one room. Okay. All right. So you guys stuff yourself into the little room with its one bed and one little chest for keeping stuff in. And
oh, hey, it's Albrecht. Where did he come from?
Yeah, you could check. Yeah, everybody reflexively checks the chest to see if Albrecht's in it, and he's not. Actually, I better check my email and see if he's gotten back to me.
Why don't you check up?
No, he's got a cold.
Oh no.
That's a bummer. Feel better, Zach. He's probably not watching.
The other Zach we don't care about is, though.
Hey, you're back. I was going to ask you.
It's about time.
I was going to ask you if we could send Ala a 5th edition Rogues and Rumbalo code?
Yeah, we can. It's after the show, I'll get it all taken care of.
Yeah, we'll touch base afterwards.
Matt said he'd pay for the printing costs.
No, I didn't say printing. I said PDF. I will pay for the printing. I will pay for the printing cost on the PDF.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Production file. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
I'm with you. So, Gabe, why don't we let Dane check out those scrolls?
Certainly. I could use some rest and relaxation while you help me recover my beard, because this is just dreadful.
I will. Who else is down hit points? Because I'll use my channel divinity, and I can do.
I'm a little bit low. I mean, it didn't take a lot. I could probably just heal it in our sleep.
Well, you specifically have to use Cure Wounds on Dane's beard.
Yeah, no, I know that, but
Okay.
I can channel divinity and share that amongst Allah and myself. So I'll bring myself to full with that, and that leaves
Okay.
4 hit points for you if you want it, Allah.
No, that's I think exactly how much I'm down. So yeah.
And then Gabe, I will use my cure wounds on you. Well, let me make sure I'm adding the bonuses because this is ridiculous.
Steve's like, I know that spell too, but it's just for like healing flesh and stuff, not like hair. You're gonna have to teach me how to do the hair thing, though.
So that'll be 11. Back to Gabe.
Well, I think my beard has never been bushier. Thanks.
All right, let's see what these are. Okay, so first one, which is a first level spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to roll on the Paladin spells table.
Paladins have way too many spells in 5th edition. At way lower level.
All right, this is a spell of protection from evil and good, and anybody who can cast that spell in their list will be able to cast it from this spell.
I'll take that one as long as you don't mind.
You probably
That's fine
don't
with me.
need to cast that one.
Well, I could use
Right.
the protection for good. I mean, evil.
And then 1, 2, 3, we're going to roll on here, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's a detect magic spell. Those are the 2 first level spells. And then for the third one, 1, 2, 3, 5. God damn it. I'll just let the dog eat that one.
So glad our dog does not chew random stuff on the floor unless it's a stick.
Oh my god. No, this one's large enough he's eaten some terrain pieces.
Oh.
All right, that's a find traps spell. So anybody who can cast find traps from their list is going to be able to use that scroll. And the people in town are able to tell you where to find the Dwarven Tomb. It's actually relatively close to town. It's just up one of the mountain trails. So the miners are able to tell you which trail to go up and then where basically to turn off to head to the Dwarven Tomb. So that, I think, even though we didn't get in a whole ton of time, since it's 8 o'clock, pretty much, let's go ahead and we'll cut this one off here at this minor little cliffhanger, and then after the convention, we'll skip the Monday after the convention because my voice will probably be shot.
I'm not even getting in till like 11 that night.
Yeah.
I don't get into Wednesday, so you don't have me for the Tuesday game either.
Okay, for the Tuesday game, we can just go ahead and do it through Google,
Okay.
through Hangouts, so that'll still work. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for playing, everybody. We'll have.
Yep.
I'll see you all
Looking
soon.
forward to seeing you guys this weekend.
We'll
Yeah.
move on. Yeah, well, that's right. We're gonna see you guys in a couple
in a few
days.
days.
That's right.
Yeah, it'll be a
Awesome.
blast. It definitely will.
All right, I'm
Have a
going
good
to hang
night.
up here on everybody.
Pretty hard.
Everybody
Okay.
on the way out for. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Turning off the